GloryHoundd, and today we're kicking off Kickstarters with
Dr. GloryHoundd.
Greg Dixon.
and today we're down at Games U in Gilbert, Arizona.
Yeah,
it's
we
a nice
are.
store. So it's one of our favorite stores that we go and record at, as you can obviously tell if you're watching us on YouTube right now. So I don't think we got any Kickstarters in this week, did we? I'm waiting for like the Mint Works or Mint.
Yeah, I've seen other people get it, but we have not gotten it yet.
Why can't I
They
get
send
my
them
Mint
early to the
Works?
people they like.
Damn it.
Oh, okay.
Dang it.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
They don't like you guys.
Well, and we did get the Arcadia Quest steeds in, though.
Yes.
Steeds?
Steeds.
Oh, yeah, they have like mounts now, right?
Oh, my God. It's so freaking cute.
Why are you looking at me like that?
So cute.
He's staring at me and saying, so cute.
So cute.
He's like salivating.
So cute.
We got those in. I should have brought those so we could at least have shown them off.
Yeah,
I'm
you should've.
super fail today.
You keep
She's
forgetting
really-
it's a visual
She's really
medium.
good at doing this thing where she's like,
Super fail
I was
today.
gonna make cookies, but then I didn't. And you're like, why'd you even bring it up then? How about you just don't talk
I just
about
like
it?
taunting people with games and cookies, so.
Like, here's things you could have had, but you didn't.
Well, then let's get right into our Kickstarters for the week. We have Trogdor by
Trogdor.
Trogdor. What was the one that they kept
They
on
make
saying?
a joke about it
Yeah.
in the video.
And now I can't remember because they made the joke so many times. I'm like,
Trogdor.
am I saying it the
Are
right
you guys
way?
a fan of this IP?
Strong bed?
Not particularly.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I was hoping you were because I missed it.
Okay.
No, I was.
Okay.
I think I hit it up a little late because like it was already out, and I remember playing the computer game like at work or something.
I didn't even know it was a game. I thought it was a series of like comedic videos.
It is. It's videos, but there was like a computer game
I think
for
we
it too.
cut her off. She was giving all the details.
Oh,
about
that's
it.
okay. That's okay.
No, it was a computer game though too. If
What
unless I'm
kind of game?
crazy, you literally ran around and you tried to burn things, and you'd be like burn an area. And they'd be
Okay,
like,
so the actual board game is
arrows.
directly based off of the video game.
Yeah,
pretty much.
directly related
okay.
to it. Yeah.
but it was like almost like a browser.
I think
game
this
or
was
something? I
popular in
don't
the
know.
late 90s, early 2000s. I was still
Oh, really?
technically
Okay,
a-
so like I was off the grid at that point. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, yeah, I was
Just
technically like still a teenager, and my parents were like,
Oh
either
my God,
couldn't
how young are you?
afford-
Yeah, how young are
Well,
you?
it was late 90s,
I
right?
assume you were much older than us.
I was born in 94. You didn't know that?
Are you serious? Liar. I was like,
Wow.
holy crap.
I look really bad for a 23-year-old or whatever that works
Smoke
out
heavily?
to. Oh, yes, all through my toddler years. I was just puffing away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I got into it like in 2005 or something. Like somebody showed me videos
Okay.
in the game and stuff.
I
and-
remember
I don't
someone
remember playing this at all.
I
Yeah.
vaguely
Yeah.
recall people showing me this, and I thought it was like late 90s, early 2000s.
That's probably right. I would have missed it because that's when I was in the army and I was deployed and everything. So
Yeah.
that's
You
what I'm
were
saying.
doing
Like,
something
I feel,
valuable with your life.
Yeah, I think we missed this one.
I was just wrapping up high school and trying to
But
figure
so
out
I'm pretty
junior
sure somebody
college.
when I worked at the phone company, I'm pretty sure somebody showed it to me there, and then
okay.
that's where I saw the videos and stuff.
Well, Trogdor is a game for 14 plus,
Banana.
See, I told you we cut
2
her
to
off.
6
She
players,
didn't get all this stuff out yet.
30 to
We should keep
45
talking
minutes.
over it. She's gonna hate me.
It is an already
already
funded
does.
campaign,
I
and
know.
there's 13 days left for it.
Of course,
so
it's funded. It's Trogdor.
It's
Yeah.
really funded.
It's insanely funded. So, okay.
It's a pet project, right?
This is
Like-
the weirdest thing because, like, looking at this campaign, as I'm going through, I'm like, why does it have so many backers? And I'm sorry, it doesn't mean that's a bad game, guys,
no,
or anything.
because people
But,
our
like,
age did watch it.
It's so crazy, and like Wormwood is in there, and like they have like these beautiful like
super backer. Like
yeah,
the
super backer of $200, $300 where they're doing boards and
The
stuff
board,
that are
all the
engraved
pieces.
and
Yeah, all the
stuff.
wood
and,
and-
like,
woods.
yeah, and
Zebra wood.
I'm like, oh my
Zebra
god,
wood.
like
What is zebra wood?
Would you catch in Africa?
you go out and you catch it.
There's not a lot of it.
I thought
It's
it
not
was
black and white either. It's-
Crikey, I'm gonna
Crikey.
track
That's
down this
Australia.
tree. So
Crikey.
I'm pretty sure he didn't just stay in Australia. Didn't he go all over the
He
place?
did go all over
Yeah.
eventually, but he started.
Okay, so
in
why
Aussie.
can't I use that? Whoopsh.
Wow, for those listening only to the audio, he just got slapped.
Yikes. why
Like
we call-
contact,
That's
man.
why
Oh
we
my
call her
God.
Cat. Because she's like,
Because she's got claws.
because she will slap you.
She likes to
with that.
bat at your face.
A little bit.
So, what did you guys think of this campaign?
I felt like I was not in on an inside joke.
Okay.
I was watching all the stuff, and
You
I'm
don't
like,
seem like you're good enough to know about Strong Cat.
exactly, I'm not cool enough. And I was like, oh man, my parents either were too poor or too cheap to have like good internet in the late 90s. So I clearly missed this whole
I missed
wave.
so much cool stuff.
And I $900,000 worth of other people are really excited about this.
So this,
and I don't get it, and I'm sure they'll love it, and I'm not the person to
this
ask
is the
about
type
this
of
one.
game that like put me on a roller coaster, right? So first I was like, oh, what? Like I can't believe this is coming out. Like I'm so pumped. Then I started looking at it and I started watching like gameplay and looking at it. I'm like, okay, I mean it's kind of cool. I like how if you burn the thatch houses, like you flip it over,
Yeah.
it looks like it's on fire.
The components look awesome.
Yeah, even the wood
Yeah,
ones
the
are pretty
components
good.
look really cute.
Yeah.
And then I was watching gameplay for it and stuff, and I like
The videos are funny.
the videos are funny. Like
Arrows.
so far, they're doing an excellent job. The videos
See,
are cute.
You're a fanboy. You know about all this
Right,
stuff.
arrows. Yeah.
The components look lovely. The art looks lovely. When I was going into the gameplay of it, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. You know, you go around
Try to
and you're
burninate.
trying to burninate everything and set stuff on fire. I'm like, I'm on board with setting stuff on fire and being a dragon.
You're a pyro.
And yeah, and eating
She is.
people and stuff and whatever. Like, I'm on board with that. Like,
Cannibal.
I would like to be a dragon. But I don't know. I don't feel like it's like the hype of $40, $60, $200.
It's
like,
the IP. People are paying for that IP.
Yes.
They love the IP, or they aren't.
It's like when
familiar
you
with the
slap
IP.
Marvel on something, you know, it's
Yeah.
like, even if you know it's inferior, you're like, oh, but I really want it because of Marvel
Yeah,
or
it doesn't
because
have
of
to be great.
because
It's
of
just-
DuckTales or I mean whatever it happens to be, right? It's like
Ooh,
it's
is there a DuckTales
Teenage
board
Mutant
game?
Ninja Turtles. There's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle variants of games, and I've almost bought them just solely based off that. Or like Labyrinth. You
Yeah.
see like the Labyrinth board game, and you're like, I haven't heard good things, but like it's Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
How many
Come
people
on.
went and bought the Oregon Trail game when it came out?
Oh,
at
like
Targets,
everybody, right? Did,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then everyone within like a week was all on social media going, "Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have bought that.
Yeah.
I've made a big
Yeah.
mistake."
We get you. So here's the thing: when you watch this, it's like co-op, right? So you're running around trying to burninate everything.
Yeah.
With a partner or 2 to 4 players.
Can we say burn everything, or does it have?
It's
have to say
burninate. Burninate.
That's the whole point of it, though. Is it's like super ridiculous language. So, because like that's what Trogdor would do. He'd be like burninate, and then it'd be like arrows, and you get hit by arrows. You're like, no,
He's-
I've been hit by arrows.
So the whole like comedic part of it is it's a guy with a weird accent. That's,
Kind of
You can't quite
doing a
place.
bunch of stuff. Yeah, and then Strong Bad would come out, and he was like, sometimes he'd get sad, and you'd feel bad for him, but then he's Strong Bad, so like he was also like always really
And he
strong.
was like a wrestler.
kind of like a luchador, kind of. Right?
I'm just
Matador?
completely lost.
No, luchador.
on
Oh,
this
luchador.
Luchador.
Yeah.
Luchador.
What'd
yeah,
you
like
say,
a Mexican
Matador?
wrestler. She
I
said
don't know.
Matador.
I thought we were talking about matadors or
No,
something.
he
No,
doesn't
luchador.
bullfight.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's like
Wrestles
Nacho
men.
Libre.
Sorry, my bad.
He's Jack
Okay.
Black.
He wrestles greased up men. So here's the thing: this game.
Oh, no wonder you're interested. I'm getting it now. It's all
You're
coming
like,
together.
Hold on.
Do you want the oil? You should probably use the oil.
Oh man.
So that's ladies' man.
Yeah.
So this game, so as I'm watching the gameplay of it, I'm like, all right, this is okay, but like the AI of it is just like all the pieces move left, up, like left, and you're like, okay, that's
Left,
not
right, left,
super
right,
exciting.
up, down,
Yeah.
ABA.
No.
But
Oh,
mechanically,
sorry.
it didn't look like anything new, right?
Right.
It's just tiles and
But I do love the components.
Here's the thing, though,
You
you know what
burninate
fixes
the
it?
little guy. It's got a little
Oh, they're so
fire
adorable,
that you
right?
place
You
on
put
the
it on
meeple's
them?
head.
So cute.
I was like, I want them to retheme this for something I care about, and then play it because this looks fun.
And then we'll play it, and then we'll have a lot
Well,
of fun.
here's the thing with this game. I feel like if I had this game, what I would do with it immediately is make a different variant to it. I would make it where somebody's Trogdor and somebody are the villagers. So like the villagers and the knights are all chasing you around trying to
Because
kill
it's
you.
cooperative right now.
Like
Yeah.
a versus would be really cool if you
Yes.
could play
Yes.
teams with it.
Yeah, that would be more
Something-
interesting.
something-
Yeah,
more
and then
like-
you could like rotate players, so you could have like Trogdor, team one player here, and then people, team one player there,
Right,
and then
I want
Trogdor,
someone
and then
to be the
you know what I'm
knights
saying? So
and,
like
like,
people
the
are running
twin
around, you're
archers.
kind
I'm
of
not
having
like
a back
a
and forth.
huge cooperative junkie anyway.
Well, I like co-op
I
games, but this
prefer
one doesn't make
conflict.
sense
Do you?
to me because
Yeah.
you're literally a dragon with a giant muscle arm running around blowing like
Yeah,
burning
what's
stuff.
the deal with? Does he have one arm?
Yeah, it's like a,
That's his
I'm just
punching
so
arm.
lost.
That's his punching arm.
It's his strong
Jeez,
arm.
Greg.
it's that. Think about why that one arm is.
How
so
do you think he
strong.
arm wrestles?
Why
Okay.
is that one arm so strong?
Think about it.
This is not our
I
after
don't
dark show.
understand. I know.
sir.
I'm like, please, in our
What's
in our
happening?
PG-13 version of
What's
the show,
happening?
please explain to me why the one arm is so strong.
He does curls with it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
Thank you.
He has shake weights.
It's like Lady in the Water. It's that one
Yeah.
guy that just pumps up his one arm to arm
was a
wrestle.
Shake weights.
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Shake weights. We just watched Shape
Okay.
of Water. Also weird.
I
Well-
like Shape of Water much better.
Did you? Yeah, I liked it.
way much.
I thought it was
way
great.
better, but it was still kind of weird.
But it's definitely not a Trogdor.
It was a
Yeah.
arrow.
both of his arms were very strong.
So, okay. Here's my thing with this. Like, I think it's awesome that it's fantastically backed. You know, it looks like a fun game to play. I don't know if I'm on board with it though.
You're just getting it for the hype.
Because it's like, it's $40, and I'm like, okay, this could make a really interesting party game. I wish it did have that variance of having like the villagers versus Trogdor or something like that, like a little bit of a back and forth to make
somebody's
it
like
more
trying
interesting.
to like hunt you down while you're trying to burn stuff. Like that I'd want to play.
And I love Wormwood, but I don't like the full campaign. And there's nothing in particular that like it. I mean, they had an excellent video. They have
the videos are on theme.
The components are
the components are fantastic.
If you thought the videos were funny, that's on theme to their
the videos were fine. I could see why people liked them.
that was their theme. But in the 90s too, there was no Rick and Morty, there was no Family Guy. I mean, this is like
we've come a long way is what you're saying.
Right. That was pretty edgy at the time.
Was it really edgy?
Arrows.
Saying arrows with a weird accent?
Arrows.
That's edgy. I mean, The Simpsons existed.
They weren't that edgy.
They weren't that edgy, but for the time, they were controversial.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't let me watch The Simpsons.
I wasn't either, but now
my parents weren't a fan.
Now we're
either.
really showing our age, so let's.
My parents weren't a fan of The Simpsons or high-speed internet.
My mom like lets my daughter watch it now though, and I'm like, I don't understand. I was like 10, 12, and she's like, you can't watch The Simpsons, and now she's like, set the 6-year-old down in front of it.
My parents would complain about it, but then my dad would come in and kind of start watching, and he'd laugh at the jokes. But then if you asked him, his official stance was, I don't really like that show.
I don't know.
But then
I
always
do laugh at it.
But then he always
I
seemed
feel
to
like a
enjoy it
lot
when
of
he
people
watched it.
always think about that with our show. Oh.
If only it was funny. Wait, I don't know.
No, so when you go up to me like, have you
or
heard
you
our
laugh
podcast?
at it, that you laugh at it, and then they're like, no, we haven't watched that.
I don't like that. No.
I don't want my children to watch it, but I think it's funny.
There's a lot of stuff like that though. To be fair.
By the way, check out our After Dark series, The Uninvited Gamers.
Yeah, GloryHoundd will explain why his one arm is strong.
That's right. We'll talk more about Trogdor's one arm.
So strong.
Super strong.
Gosh.
This is so I looked at it a couple because being the only person that
like
actually
I want
was
to like
in
this
it.
campaign a lot.
But you just have to be a fan of the
times.
IP. If you're not a fan of the IP, you're not going to buy this
Even
game.
as a fan of the IP.
Because they did everything right. They did the videos right.
Sure.
They did.
Yeah.
And that's why it's being successful.
Yeah, your little gameplay stuff right. They put time into the meeples.
They have
Wormwood.
Discuss this.
They have Wormwood, behind them with this and stuff. They did everything right for this campaign. I just personally don't want to back it. It looks like an excellent party game, though.
I don't think it's even a good party game.
Really?
It's so where it falls flat is it's just I don't think it's going to be a good game. Like as an IP, I like the IP. I played
mechanically
it
seems weak.
Right? Yeah, it does. It was playing other games. If you are a gamer that plays a lot of games, I think it's just going to be garbage. But this is kind of the game like Cards Against Humanity's, right? Like there's not a lot to it. But if you saw it on Target, you'd get excited about it.
I was going to say, this is a
it.
Target game is what it is.
Kind of, yeah. I think so. Because if I saw this in Target, I would buy it thinking, oh, this is going to be awesome. Take it home and go, oh, yeah, we played it once or twice.
I think fans of it, will play it once. Even fans of the IP will play it once or twice. They'll have fun saying arrows, and then they'll not play it again, right? Because they're going to move on to other things that are better mechanically.
Right, because it doesn't bring you back wanting to play over and over and over again, I don't think. The randomness of it all.
All right, well, let's do a yay or nay around the table, although I think I know everybody's answer. Greg, yay or nay?
Nay. This is not for me.
Yeah.
Super back. Go for the Wormwood. Go for... No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm out on this one. So, sadly, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to say I have a nay on this game because I'm just not interested in the mechanics of the game. I don't feel like they are fully developed in something that I'm going to want to play over and over again. Like
this makes me feel good that you guys are out too, because I thought you guys were going to be like, how are you not
God,
excited about this? We're covering it because
really
this is
exciting.
the coolest IP
yeah,
ever.
it seems really exciting.
Oh, there was
Somebody
tons of
mentioned
people on Twitter who were
Right.
like,
Somebody
it's out,
on Twitter
it's so exciting.
mentioned this to us specifically, and so I was like, oh, I got to look at this.
And this is
And it's a
specifically
huge
why
hit,
we looked
so
at this
it's worth
game.
covering.
Yeah, I
I thought
looked
you
at
guys
it
were going
right
to be
away.
huge fans of the IP as well.
No.
And I'd be the odd man out, like, I don't get it. I'm sorry.
That's how some of these things are, though. Like that, Dr. Horrible game. If you've never seen that sing-along blog, then it's like, it's not doing it for me.
Although we say nay, you can also, just find a friend to back it for you, and then when they back it, you play theirs, and if you like it, and go out and get it some other time, and if not, then you go, haha, it wasn't my money. That's what you do.
That's why we're friends with you.
Good tip.
That's right. Out of all of our friends, one of us is going to back something.
Yeah.
All right, so our next game is Escape Plan by Eagle Games, or Eagle Griffin Games. It is for 12 plus, 1 to 5 players, 60 to 120 minutes. It's already funded, and it has 7 days left. So, then this is by, do you guys remember?
Vital Lacerda.
Yes.
That's why it's funded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because he's got a huge following.
He does.
What are some of the games he's done? Do you know offhand?
Hungry Hungry Hippos, Clue.
Hi Ho Cheerio.
Yeah.
Ants in the Pants.
Click Clack Lumberjack.
Cooties.
Cooties. How long can we stretch this dumb joke out?
I don't think you've met me, have
Trogdor.
There you go.
you? Oh, he did Trogdor.
No. That's why it's so funded.
No, he did like the Gallerist and CO2 and
Yeah.
Lisboa, like those big, meaty, heavy Euros.
Right.
Okay.
And so the people who like big, meaty, heavy Euros.
Yeah, because I looked at it and I thought, wow, there's a lot of little fiddly bits. Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to mess
It
with
looks
It's a lot of
It looks a little fiddly.
mechanical things going on
But
there.
I like the theme.
I love the theme so
and
much.
I like how
See-
epic
Yeah.
it looks, like the big hexes. And
So-
See, I'm against that. Like,
Really?
I like escape movies, right? Like, I'll watch, like Ocean's This, or I'll watch, like Thomas Crown Affair. Or
Yeah.
I like those types of movies and such, but the theme didn't do it for me. It seemed like I felt like it was trying to be like a Grand Theft Auto type game, but just not. I guess not though.
Well, let's
'cause
explain the theme a
there's
little
no
bit.
like.
yeah, explain the
So
theme.
yeah, so you're basically a bunch of people that robbed a bank, was it, or something?
Yeah.
But you did a big heist,
And
and
then
you
you
have a
break
bunch of
up.
money, and you broke up and stuff, and you're all hiding out.
Like you do.
And then you're trying to get out of the city because somebody's like blown somebody's cover.
You're on the run.
Yeah, and you're on the
Cops
run.
are after
The cops
you.
And so
Closing in.
They're
you're
closing
trying
in.
to collect your money from your assets and like the little storehouses that you have around the city, as well as exiting the board. And you don't know what exit is going to be left on the board that you need to get to until like the
So you're
basically
trying
the
to
end.
You're trying to get stash money. Then you're not.
Yeah,
getting the
and you're
bank
trying to
money.
like give.
What happened to the bank money?
No, the bank money was the stash.
Well, why would you stash it with a bunch of
You
different
did the big
people?
heist.
Okay.
You all separated the money into different assets and stuff like that.
Why would you ever do that? Have you ever done that before? Like taking
I
out
like-
a big withdrawal?
Have you ever robbed a bank?
No,
What are you
no.
asking?
Let me ask you a serious question.
No,
Have
I
you ever-
like that you're interrogating her as if she's Vital. It's like,
No,
I don't know. I just watched the video
I
like
want
you.
to know. I want to know who's done that. Have you ever cashed out your check and then you're like, "Hey, Greg, I want you to
Okay,
hold on to like
here's what I do when I
$50.
cash out
Okay.
my
I want
check.
you to have
Hold on.
Put $10 under a rock in Anaheim, California. And
Okay.
there's $12 in Chandler, Arizona. $17 in Paris, Texas.
I keep 3 in my mailbox.
Is Paris,
just for
Texas a
safety.
place?
It is.
Okay.
That's where I was born. Damn.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That must have been why it was on my mind. That's so crazy. I had no idea. Oh, that's so funny. Well,
That's why I
somewhere
was
in your
laughing that
hometown,
you mentioned it.
there's $12 under
They're
a rock.
Is it
Okay,
under the
well,
giant
I'm
cowboy
sure-
hat
I'm sure
under the
I'll be able
Eiffel
to find
Tower?
it.
I
Yeah.
bet if you played it, it would make sense.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
think that's one of
It
the
looks
things.
like they put a lot of thought into it. I'm sure
Right.
the story part of it makes sense.
the
I hope
board.
so, because I'm going to ask a lot of
That's the
hard questions.
least of my concerns because mechanically it looks interesting because you're going around the hex map trying to like collect money, but if you take too long to escape, you'll lose that way.
Yeah.
So like it feels
True.
like a race against
Well, and
time,
plus,
but you also have to get a bunch of money.
Other people
in
can
the
out you
meantime.
during the game, I believe,
Right.
where like they can send a police on your trail and
Right.
stuff
the old,
like that as well.
bears chasing you, trip your friend.
Right.
Yeah.
You only have
The
to be
berry-
faster than your friends.
That's
Exactly,
right.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by this one.
It looks really good though
Good.
too.
You
So
should
like
back it.
I love the game board.
There is one problem with that. $79.
Well, yeah.
That's
Think
too
of all
much.
those little pieces
Yeah.
of cardboard.
It's $80 and then
But it's a 60-minute game. That seems like a lot for a 60-minute game to me.
there's a lot of pieces to this game though. So
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like
how do you play that in 60 minutes?
they're
though? Seems
feeding you an
unrealistic.
I don't
$80
think it'll
game
be-
for like a little bit of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff in there.
I don't think it'll ever be a 60-minute game. I think they say 60 to 120, but it looks
But it's gonna be more like
gonna
120.
120. Most of his games are 3 hours or
Yeah.
more, you know.
They do have a lot of the Kickstarter rewards and stuff like that, and I like how they didn't like separate anything into like different, like if you get the $80, you're just gonna get
get it all.
everything. Yeah, you get it all. The art, I really like the art on the board.
I agree.
And like they had those little cards with the phone on it, and it went directly on the phone on the board and stuff like that. So like the cards melded into the board. That was so badass. Like that was so cool.
There's like a key ring, and then you place tokens with keys on it, and they like line up with the art.
Yeah. No, I thought that was freaking awesome.
For instance,
It was really cool. So like the art of the board was thought out really well. The only part of the art that I don't like is the actual tiles.
The hexes.
I
I
them.
like the hexes, but I don't like the art on the hexes.
Oh,
I want it to be a little bit more city-like. Like the green part they have is like the residential area. I'm like, why couldn't you just put like lots of cool houses or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, or like little suburban areas. Because to me, it looks like parks, cities, and water.
Well, I think the idea is you're trying to create these continuous sections, and if you can like line up the same type of train,
Right.
you can move more efficiently.
And I'm totally fine
but
with
what
that.
you're saying is this
but
should have been more.
They should have just been a little bit more detailed because I feel like
I see that.
I feel like they put in this detail into everything else around the board, and the hexes they were just like and colors.
That's not something that jumped out at me in the moment, but now that you pointed out, I can see why you feel like this feels neglected compared to
really
the
does
detail
compared
of
to everything else on the board. Like everything else on the board
I like
looks
how
fantastic.
big they are, though. I was just impressed.
I
with
was
the big
I was
hexes.
surprised about that too because they were flipping them over, and I was like, oh my god, that's
'Cause
like
you
a
think of,
hand
like-
size on that hex there.
You think of like Takanoko size, like that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
about,
nice
like-
size.
like
This is way bigger than that. It
like
looks like.
this.
I can guarantee that the game takes longer than 60 minutes because you guys have been talking about it for over 40.
Well, and that brings up a point
Yeah.
that I thought there's a how to play video on the campaign.
Oh, for
that's
like 30
45 minutes long. I'm like, how is a 60-minute game take 45 minutes to explain?
Yeah,
That's not a
you know
good
what?
sign.
And that was one of the things I was going through, and I was listening to it, and I kept on going, "Oh my god! Like, how long is this going to take?" And
I didn't watch the whole video. Did you guys watch the whole video?
I didn't.
45 minutes.
Yeah, because it was a long time to watch.
7 minutes, seven
for a
and a half
game I'm not even
minutes
going to play right now.
7.5 minutes in, they're still talking about the setup.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a lot of setup. So it does look a little fiddly.
This is a game that you set up before your friends come over.
This is the game that made me feel like a crotchety old man where I'm like, I ain't got time for this crap.
Well, I want to play this. I think it could be
I don't have
really
time for this
good,
game.
This
but
seems like
I'm
a
not
game-
going to back it.
So this seems like a game that I'll sign up for to go play at RenCon.
Right.
And have somebody else teach it to me.
Right.
Have somebody else own it.
You're like,
I
haha,
play it.
suckers.
And then I
Right.
go, cool, because I'll probably never play it again.
I wouldn't go that far because I think I would play it again, but I would love to have someone else teach it to me because it looks pretty involved for a game that might only take an hour.
If
I
only we
agree.
knew somebody that did reviews and could help us with that.
I don't know.
Oh, man. Who
Nobody.
Could that be?
Well,
I'm sure we'll think of someone.
yeah.
But here's the thing, too, is I didn't feel any urgency to back it because it's Vital Lacerda. This will be
Yes.
released in another form later on. It will be available. They'll
Yeah.
reprint
And
it.
it's so
It'll
big.
It's going to be
continue.
out. It's going to be out.
Do you need all the extra characters and all that? Because I think you get a few
No.
extras if you kickstart it. But it's already such a big
There's
Well,
a
they
lot
do have
going
lots
on
of
with just-
rewards going on with the Kickstarter with extra stuff, but with it being $80, and it's such a large game already, I don't know if that adds to it enough to make me want to back it.
Well, it's going to be more at retail probably.
Oh, maybe.
They'll probably drop it down at 90
Yeah,
or
because
100.
they didn't put the retail value on
They
there. where it
usually
would
go
be.
up by $10. It seems like that seems to be the average of Kickstarter.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I guess probably delivery fees is what they're kind of
His
calculating.
games tend to run quite a bit. I mean, they're not.
Yeah, they're not
They're not
cheap
cheap.
games.
I
Yeah,
think maybe I need to
but
play
there's
more
a
of
lot
his
of
other
stuff to them.
games to have like a better
But
opinion
this
about
looks
this
like
one.
the light version of him.
Well, that's what they're
Yeah.
saying. They're saying it's lighter
Yeah.
but still
And
complex.
It looks super exciting to play, honestly,
It
because
does.
like you're
It
like, all
looks
right, I'm
fun.
trying to run away. I'm trying to get all my cash. I'm trying to like avoid the cops. I'm trying to like.
I love the theme.
Yeah. Oh, you know
It's
what?
like Reservoir Dogs.
The big thing with
No.
funding it now, I remember this
I
is
like-
why.
What a compelling argument. No.
This is a big thing with funding it now. So I was looking down at the rewards, and they have it open where like the police turn into different meeples. So like the cops turn into like little motorcycles and stuff,
Oh,
and
okay.
the
Yeah,
gang
yeah.
members turn into motorcycles. So you get like different meeples other than just like meeples or
Generic
cubes on the
meeples.
board. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which.
Who cares?
That I don't know. That kind of
You
sells me.
care.
That
That's
kind
who
of
cares.
sells me. I really like that idea.
She likes the a little bit more detail. If it's
Because
a
it's
big
more
fiddly
thematic.
game,
So back it.
It's more thematic.
We'll wait for Dan to get his copy and learn it. He
Okay.
can teach it to you.
Okay.
And
Yes.
then you'll know how to play the version you've already backed.
That's right.
That it's on its
Okay.
way. And then you guys could teach it to me. This is working out wonderfully.
We're gonna make a teaching train, just a little circle.
if I have a hard veto in this relationship, I'd say no to this one. I don't want it at all.
You don't want it
It
at
doesn't
all.
look fun
No.
to you.
No.
It looks exciting to
It
me.
looks fun
yeah.
to me. I think the
Have you never ran from the cops for real? This is not exciting.
I have not. Have you?
yeah.
Oh.
okay story time
Well.
with GloryHoundd. Let's hear about it.
Well, all I'm going to say is that if you happen to be out by Gold Canyon and you happen to know some of the mine trails and you happen to be in a big four-wheel Blazer, you can get away from the cops because they will not follow you because they
Oh.
can't follow you.
Well, that
they're
makes
not
sense.
they're not in four-wheel drive.
I don't know if
vehicles.
that
No,
works
they're not.
anymore because that was probably a long time ago.
It was when I
Did
was
they have
a young boy.
helicopters when you were a kid?
They did. That's always the problem, right? It's always helicopters.
Got to get away before the helicopter's on
Yeah.
you, and then you're in trouble.
Petty crimes. It's always all petty crimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's
We were
let's
way
go
off
around the
the
table.
rails.
Greg, yay or nay?
I really want to play it, but I'm not going to spend $80 on it because it feels like a little bit of a gamble, and it's a lot of money for a 60-minute game. But I
Okay.
really want. I am confident this will be available after the Kickstarter is over, and I could see myself buying it used somewhere or something like that and trying it out because it does look fun.
Because somebody will be selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll back it and you'll force her to sell it secondhand.
I'm sure
and I'll
it'll
get a
be
great price
one of those
for it.
ones where though people might back multiple.
And I have friends who
for
are,
stuff like that.
Like Meeple Lady, who you had on
Yeah.
recently. She loves Vital Lacerda.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
She'll
maybe-
probably get it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Maybe we'll just send her this video. We'll be like, hey,
And I know
by the way.
Dan's played some of his stuff and likes it too. Like it'll be around.
Okay.
I want to play it, but I don't want to spend $80 on it.
Dr. GloryHoundd?
I'm 100% unexcited by this. I don't want to back it. If you said we were going to play it, and I'd be like, all right. But if it was like we were playing at your house and there's multiple tables going, I might be like, I'm going to go see what they're playing over there. No.
Thanks, guys.
just,
but this looks like there's too many pieces.
You're gonna be like, I'll
It's
be
not
at the
even
Happy
the amount
Salmon
of
table.
pizzas. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's not doing it for me. I'm
Okay.
not.
I trust him as a designer. Like I know he's acclaimed for a reason, and
Yeah.
if he wants to do a stripped down, shorter version of what he does, that's exciting to me.
Yeah.
Because his games, the barrier to entry is that it's 3-4 hours. It takes a long time to learn. I mean, I remember Meeple Lady taught us Lisboa, and it was like a 30-45 minute teach.
We had a 1 hour Puerto Rico teach one time.
That game
That was
should not
the
take
worst.
an hour. To
Oh my
teach.
God, it was the
He
worst.
went through every scenario
Oh,
that you
it
could win
hurt
with.
me so
Like,
bad.
That
If you got
game
this
should not
card,
take
Straight
an
you
up,
win this
hour.
people
way.
were falling asleep during that. Like,
That's too long.
Okay,
That game's not that
like, straight up.
complex.
All right, so you're at an A, Dr. GloryHoundd?
Nay,
Okay.
definitely no.
If
Out.
it was like 59, I would have been tempted.
So what's your breaking point? Like 65?
And a ham sandwich.
It depends. Like if it was $40, yes. If it was 50,
Well.
tempted. Above there, I'm like
Well,
starting to feel like a lot.
His normal games
Especially
are about
if it takes
how
60
much?
minutes.
Like you said that around that $100
I remember I
range?
got Lisboa for like $50, and that was like a steal. It was like
Yeah.
on some fire sale somewhere or something. They had too many copies or something. But I think
Because when you got a 3 hour game,
they're
the
usually
market's kind of small, I feel.
Yeah.
They're
Like,
usually 70, 80, 90
Yeah.
bucks, I think.
You know, Heavy Cardboard gave it, like kind of a heads up or a thumbs up. Like,
They did.
Yeah, and
This
I
game?
wouldn't trust them more because they play heavier games.
I'm
obviously.
sure they're
Yeah.
big fans of his stuff.
Right, so they play like longer, heavy games. But I'm just gonna be honest. I don't like games that
Right.
go 2, 3, 4 hours.
But this one should max out at 2. It's an hour to 2.
I feel like
I feel like it'll still go longer.
the style that you get in
You don't believe him.
the style
Yeah.
that you get in a lot of those longer strategic games like that this one they try to take that style and make it look a little bit more Ameritrashy and stuff and like exciting and like, oh my gosh, there's stuff happening here. And I feel like that's kind of where they were aiming at, was like, okay, we're gonna make it a little shorter, we're gonna make it look a little bit more
Yeah.
vibrant and stuff.
Less barrier to entry.
Like a toy,
Right, exactly. And
like a toy poodle. Just basically all around not as good.
I would love a roadmap to your mind. I don't know where
Well,
a
she's
toy
talking
poodle
about
came from.
like it's shorter, it's kind of uglier. They try to fancy it up. It's just like an ugly toy poodle. Then is what you're saying.
I need a
like- it's
roadmap.
like a
I
real
need
dog
a
that's
roadmap
just-
to your mind.
It's like a dog that just was like pooped on. Like it's
I'm
just
gonna
not
say
good.
okay, so I'm gonna say yay because
Yes.
I enjoy longer games like that. I love the intricacies that are happening in this game, and that it's not
Guess
just
what?
a straightforward.
Somebody kill me.
Guess
please.
what? $80
Just a
is coming out of your
straightforward-
joint account, young man.
Pretty, pretty, please. Kill me.
But here's the thing that sells me on the Kickstarter part of it is the fact that they have those Kickstarter rewards there, and I love having the different shaped meeples for things, and I think that just
I'll
adds
get
a
you a
little bit
bandsaw.
another step of uniqueness to it. Like if you're gonna cut all my meeples, then yeah, okay, but
Get
I'm
you like
not
a
doing it.
bandsaw or a jigsaw.
I'm
We'll
not doing
get
it.
some. I know some woodworkers.
I'm gonna say yes though. I
Trogdor's
love
a
this
woodworker,
game.
isn't he?
I love this game. I love the theme of it. I love the gameplay. It's longer, but I'm okay with longer.
I'll say the thing I love about it is you can actually play it on Tabletopia, so you can
yeah,
actually try
so
it out.
if you want to
Oh,
go
yeah? I
on
didn't realize that. Yeah, I missed
Tabletopia,
that.
you can go and try to play this game before you make your
yeah,
decision
go to the Kickstarter and there's a
in the
direct
next
link.
7 days.
Yeah,
okay,
get
in
on
the
it.
next 7
Well,
days.
there's a
That's
direct
cool
link
that they
in
make
it to
that available.
Tabletopia.
That's cool that they
That's
make
the best
that
way to do it, especially with a game that's more complex.
It also shows confidence, don't you think? The fact that
Absolutely.
they're like, here, play it. This will sell the game. That's good.
100%. I enjoy being able to play the game before or try it out at least a little bit before I purchase the
I
game.
think it's going to
Like,
be a good design.
I think so too. It might take a little long to learn, but if you're into those sort of games,
I think
or
you're a dummy.
All right. All right, Mr.
Wow.
Toy Poodle.
Wow.
I have such
All
compelling
right,
arguments.
so yay for this game. $80, 7 days left. Looks very exciting. And the next game we have is Tiny Supers by Gallant Knight Games. This is already funded.
Yeah.
And okay, so Greg, do you play a lot of RPGs?
I do not. I have historically.
Do you know what it stands for?
Yes. No. In the 80s and 90s, we played D&D. We played
Yes.
the 007 one. We played
Whoa, in
Heroes.
the 80s. Weren't you like -10 then?
Yeah.
Because you were born in 94?
94? Yeah, that's right.
Well, oh no, you've revealed that I'm not 23.
Oh, darn.
My
okay.
face revealed it first, but then you confirmed.
Through maths.
We played Heroes.
I mathed you so
We
hard.
played the Ninja Turtles RPG.
Okay.
Like all the old school kind of.
Oh, I loved the Ninja Turtles RPG.
Yeah.
That
I
was
had
his
a
first
mutant
one.
cat with like a trench coat and a gun. And
Oh my god, that's adorable.
I was like 10 or
Adorable.
11, and I was like, I want like a detective
that's
PI
so
black cat,
fantastic.
like in the shadows, pop your face.
Okay, so you have played some RPGs and
yeah,
stuff like
but
that. Okay.
I've
That
gotten
was
away
a yes
from
no
it.
question.
You've gotten
I've gotten away from it later in
have you
life.
gotten away from it because it takes a really long time to play?
Well,
Say hi, Mom.
hi, Mom.
Andrew Spindler.
The Spin Diddler.
That's right.
Rain Man Digital.
What was your question?
All right, so why have you stopped playing RPGs? Like, is it because it takes too long?
Yeah,
to
I
get
think
involved?
the
not have
upfront.
friends?
I think the
Yeah.
upfront investment of like this is a 200-page book.
Cool. Let's talk about Tiny Supers then. So we recently got Tiny Dungeons, which is
True.
by the same person, so who wrote it and everything, and then manufactured by Gallant Knights as well. And this is like the D&D version of it, okay? And let me tell you, whenever I saw this book, I loved the fact that your character creation is so simple.
Signed.
Like your
wanna see, I
character
wanna
creation,
see.
you flip it open to the page and you have exactly the stats that you need for the game. It simplifies that, like the combat, creating your character. So you can just go
This
through and
does
like go,
look
all
like
right.
real stripped down.
Yeah, so you
That's
can
the
go through and go,
point, though.
all right, I'll take this, and then we can play a game right away. They even have in the back little scenarios that are already written for you that you can go right into. So, like, if you want to have people over to play a night of RPGs, all you have to do is just break out the book, flip through the pages, which character do you want to be, explain the combat a little bit, and then you have a scenario right in the back of the book, okay?
Well, I did when I watched this thing. I was like, "Oh, this looks like a great way to get back into it."
yeah.
Because he described it. They had like a little interview on the Kickstarter page, and the way he described it, was like you don't even need all the extra special dice, which I have, but a lot
Yeah.
of people don't. You just need 6-sided. It's like they really have made
They
this
made it very
like,
simple
no
and
barrier
easy.
to entry.
This could actually be
Yeah.
like one of those things you could like keep in your car almost, right? Like you're going on
Yeah.
a road trip or you're going camping and you're just like, oh, we got some time to kill. You want to just play a little bit? Like the right
Well,
group.
And Tiny Supers is like Tiny Dungeons, except it's in that superhero genre,
Right.
okay?
kind of generic superhero.
Exactly. And so you're going to have different superheroes with different powers and stuff that you can use in it. And then the different, more like up-to-date settings. It's not medieval setting. It's, today. And then, so this is, you can get a PDF copy of this for $10 on their Kickstarter. And then after that, I think...
thought $10 was just the dice.
No, $10 is just a PDF of the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you can get just the dice too,
Yeah, you can buy the
as
dice
like an
themselves.
add-on maybe.
I thought it was like 13
Yeah.
for the PDF, but still.
No, I
super
think it's
cheap.
13 for the dice maybe.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the PDF was 10. But then 25 is, all right, I'm getting
book.
like a book.
Right.
But like 35 was something else. What was 35?
It's like
Maybe
book, dice.
Oh, the book and the dice. That's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay, so
Super affordable.
very affordable. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this, guys.
I mean, he's a nice guy too.
And this is like a series that they've done. They call
Yeah.
it the Tiny D6 line.
Yeah,
so
we-
what have they done besides the dungeon and the supers? Have
Well,
you
we
done
met
any of the
him
other
at-
ones?
They
Crit
have.
Hit.
What
He's
was
a really
the other
nice
one
guy.
that they did? I
'Cause
can't remember what the other theme was.
This is a line that I was not familiar with, and I was
Yeah.
like, "This is intriguing. I like this because, like, we've been playing like Legacy of Dragonholt,
Yeah.
which is a board game version of this. Same thing, very quick to like create your character and get into the action. So this has me like intrigued because I've always liked the idea of role-playing
The idea
games.
is that it's stripped down, right? So like instead of spending 3 hours making your character, you can make it in a couple minutes,
right,
and you just
get
start
to the
playing.
action.
Yeah, because that's how it usually happens when you play a
So when you
role-playing
guys
game.
play this, buy this, invite me over.
Okay.
Well, half
Get me back into
That's
RPGs.
right.
half the crap you do to like make your characters, if you never even use an RPG, like or you change,
Especially if you're
as it
not playing
evolves.
like a heavy like role-playing campaign, you're not trying to do like just a bunch of combat stuff.
Well, and it's so easy, I think, for groups to fall apart. So you spend all this
Yeah.
upfront time,
Well, and
hours
that's exactly
creating
it.
characters, reading the manual, figuring
Yeah.
out the dungeon. Then you play twice, and then someone goes, "Oh, I got to work
and
nights
then that's
now."
it.
Our
You
group
know?
never falls
Yeah.
apart.
This is easy. This is
We
where
kick
you
people
could
out of our group.
where
just
you could
move
just pick
locations.
this up.
Do I have to pay dues if I
Oh,
come?
that's right.
Seriously, when
So we can get more games.
when we were doing it, like my brothers were doing it, I was the little kid, because I was born
Back
in
in the
'94,
90s.
and like they would like pay dues. Like people would show up and they would like get the pot and then use that money to like buy new
So-
adventures, buy
that's
miniatures,
really
I
cool.
all
actually agree
kind
with
of
that.
stuff.
I was
Really
going to
cool.
say,
Yeah.
if it's something like $3 or $4 or
It was just
whatever.
a few bucks everyone chipped
But
in.
yeah, because you buy more miniatures for it,
Yeah.
it's so you can make sure you have a good
we
map.
buy the little
you have
metal
good-
ones back
Yeah.
then. That
Yeah.
was what they would sell.
Which I think I actually really liked it. I actually brought that up when we were playing Vampire and stuff, and other games were like, well, why don't we just invest in this game
Yeah.
and have everybody bring something every
because
time?
they were all like high school kids, and I was
Yeah.
like junior high kid. You know what I mean? And so it was like no one had any real money, but if everyone chipped in, we could get like a cool mat, we could buy some more adventures, we could
Yeah,
get
and
some
then it's like
minis,
the group
buy some
stuff.
paints, and yeah.
Well, with Tiny Supers, I have to talk about their dice too really quick. So, did you guys see the dice?
Yeah,
They're
the
adorable. They have
and
POW,
bang.
and then they
Yeah.
have the little stars on them, which are the pips still.
Yeah.
But they're spread out where it's
Custom
not
dice.
where it's not like the stars are the pips in the middle or anything. Like you
No,
have
it's like-
POW or Wham, written right across the middle.
And then the pips
and then
are
they're
above
kind
and
of
below.
around it, And I thought the dice were so incredibly unique and themed for it. Like,
Yeah.
although I like Tiny Dungeons, I could have cared less about the dice with Tiny Dungeons. But Tiny Supers, I love the dice for this game, and so
What did the dice look like in Tiny Dungeons?
Tiny
Did they have, like,
Dungeons,
swords and
they
skulls
just
and
had
dragons and
a
stuff,
skull
or-
on it.
Okay.
On one side, and then the rest of it was very
Just generic.
normal. Yeah.
Okay.
So they really updid it with the dice on the Tiny
Yeah.
Supers campaign.
I think Black Onyx did it.
Like I would get just the dice if I didn't want everything, because those you could use for all sorts of different campaigns.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because you can still use them. They
There's
still have the
other
pip dots
superhero-
on them.
Right, there's other superhero
Yeah.
campaigns.
Yeah.
What I like about this is it makes me feel like I could take almost any setting or any idea and make it into a tiny world.
Well, and that's another thing. You can take the Tiny Supers book, and if you have another book that you like the setting on, you just use the Tiny Super rules, and then you play on that setting. So it's very versatile. So we'll go down. Greg, yay or nay for this?
Nay, because I know you guys are going to buy it.
Oh, my God.
And you guys will teach it
If
to
we
me.
weren't here, what would it be?
It might be a yay, yeah. It's so cheap, and it feels like you get a lot for what you're
Yeah.
paying.
And
And
plus-
I like the art and everything.
It's
on
going to
the
be.
Yeah.
campaign.
I
It
think
looks
it's supposed to be
cool.
even bigger than this one because they're building a
Yeah,
whole
they said
universe.
200-page book.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're actually building a whole universe for you to be in this time instead
Yeah,
of just
the
like a
GloryHoundd
few
verse.
little tiny places.
Dr. GloryHoundd?
Yeah, I'd say yay.
Yay. I would say 100% yay. If you want to spend just $10, that's your
see
PDF
her
that you
one
can
up
get.
me?
I knew she was gonna say
100%
one.
yay.
She
I'm so
said that. That's
excited
why-
about this book.
100%.
I'm so excited.
I'll just
okay?
borrow a book from you guys.
You
I'll
see
play
that?
with you
excited.
guys.
She was just like,
you can't
oh,
come
are
in here
you?
and photocopy our book. Just get your $10 PDF.
Okay.
Okay?
Fair enough.
Do you see how she's like, oh, are you 90% in? Because I'm 100% in, sucker.
100%.
If you said 100, you would
Dice,
have been
books,
110%.
everything. Okay? This is an excellent book that you can just pick up and run a campaign in a day. You don't have to have people over for you making the character creation, then wait another time, then have them come over
Yeah,
and play the first
that's what
beginning
usually
campaign,
happens.
and then wait a little while. Yeah, no. You
whole
can just pick
first
this
4
up.
hours
You
is
can
just
play
making a
it.
character.
You can
Yeah.
have fun. You can take it to a convention with you and open it up and have people play it.
That's
like
huge.
it's so easy and versatile to play. Like I love this. Tiny Supers. Totally back in that.
I want to look into
back in the dice.
I want to look into what other genres they've done.
I can't remember the other
He's like
one that they
6
did.
deep, I
I think it was
believe.
Yeah, they said it was like 6 of them.
post-apocalyptic, was it maybe?
Yeah, I think that's
Like-
one of them.
I think that was the other one because this is the third one.
I'll
Oh,
be
I thought they
honest.
said it was like 6 of them.
No, he
Well,
said like
I think they
6.
have them planned, but I think
Oh,
this
I
is
see,
the third
I
one
see.
that's out. Is the Supers?
It would be cool if they did like a spy themed
Yeah.
one.
Ooh,
Or
that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, there's so many, or like
Keep
a
doing
gangster
this.
themed one.
I love this.
or
I'm
a-
excited.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and Greg, can you tell us where to find you?
Yeah, hooked
Yeah,
on.
what's
Geek.
your address?
It's hold on, let me look
Yep.
up your address real fast, and then I'll tell them yours. You can find me in Paris, Texas. No.
Birthplace of.
Hooked on Geek is our podcast I do with my wife. It comes out every Monday. We do discussions like this. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. My personal is Greg C. Dixon. A little more chatty on there, a little more off topic.
What's the C stand for?
It stands for
Clarence.
How did you know that? How did you know that? Are you serious?
I'm just guessing.
Did you just guess?
Yeah.
That's my dad's name, and that's my middle
Oh,
name.
nice.
Did you seriously?
Yeah,
You didn't
just
know
guessed.
that?
Why would I know that?
I don't know. I thought I
He's
told
over there
you.
like
and
looking
nope.
at your driver's
I
license.
blacked out when we record
gonna
these,
be
so I
honest.
just assumed I'd said it.
I'm
on
pretty
like a
honest.
prior
I went with
episode.
one that I thought would be comedic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
well, it is kinda
that is
comedic.
fantastic.
Apparently, he was almost named Chauncey, but Grandma decided Clarence was
That is
better.
I
better
think
than
she
Chauncey.
made the right choice.
Yeah,
I
but
think she made
only
the right
by a
choice because
hair.
you would have been Greg Chauncey Dixon.
I know.
Chauncey
I know.
Dixon.
That's so.
Call me Chauncey.
I thought you knew that.
No.
I mean, that's incredible. Either
welcome.
that or you read minds.
Well,
Sometimes.
we really hope you guys enjoyed our show today.
Where can we find you?
Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you want to hear more of our shenanigans throughout the week, ring the little bell that they have somewhere around here.
Leave us a comment.
Leave us some comments. We'll talk about you and make stuff up because that's what we do. And I think that's about it, right?
We
Sure.
can find you on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
You
Where
can
they
find
can-
me on Twitter,
What
Instagram,
about you?
I'm on
at GloryHoundd.
for board game stuff. Definitely Twitter. Just at Dr.
You're more
GloryHoundd.
involved now on
Yeah.
Twitter. I've noticed. It's
Yeah.
fun.
He's ramping up.
It's
I'm,
fun having you in the conversation.
Because I
a
like to
little
drop.
bit.
I just like to drop pictures mostly.
It's just gifts. Yeah.
just
he's
almost
the gift master.
That's
Oh
dank
no! Are we
That's
gonna
right.
have to have a GIF
GIF.
discussion?
I was worried about it. Did I ever
Maybe
tell
later.
you?
Maybe later. All right. We're gonna go.
I gotta
Have a
tell
good
you
night,
about
guys.
the meme story.
The meme.